Here's a very quick video about King Charles' coronation on May 6th at 11 a.m. UK time. This is an astrologically very interesting event with the eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which has happened just one day prior, and also a few alignments that are quite intriguing. So without any further ado, I'm just going to go into the astrology of the event. This has nothing to do with any personal opinions or theories or whatever. It's simply looking at the astrology and looking at what it tells me, what might unfold event-wise or development-wise. Okay, so here goes. Moon in Scorpio. It's in the 4th house and it symbolizes the female archetype or the late queen in this case. And it is of course opposite the sun in Taurus, which is in the 10th house of this event, which symbolizes the male archetype. So we have male opposite female. This means in this case that Charles takes on the power of his mother as he is now in the public eye, and his status, which is what the 10th house symbolizes, is gaining huge prominence and importance. But the sun is in sextile to Mars, which is in the 12th house in Cancer. This could indicate an attack, maybe from hidden enemies or hidden enemies who have an eye on him, who are preparing some sort of attack. Or another possibility is that he himself has plans that are not yet out in the open, but do play into the change of status that he is now experiencing. So it means he's planning something, but it's still a secret in the 12th house. And this is a sextile, not a square, so this gives me the impression that it is the latter option and not necessarily hidden enemies, but it could very well mean both. Mars is squaring Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. This could quite literally mean a challenge to the ruler, which is represented by Jupiter, or some unforeseen event or development that seems to come out of the blue. There is a grand trine in water signs between Mars in Cancer, Moon in Scorpio, and Neptune in Pisces. And with this alignment, the following can play into this event: manipulation, deception, deviousness, and also an element of darkness, dark secrets. The Moon in Scorpio is all about dark secrets. There's also an element of deception through the trine between Mars and Neptune alone. Neptune is in the 9th house, and the 9th house represents the beliefs, but also with Neptune there, it could very well mean that this is the media, which is obscuring what Mars is up to in the 12th house, and thus painting a very different picture to the public from what the reality actually is. So in other words, things aren't quite what they seem, and this is very much reinforced by the grand trine in water signs. Another very notable aspect is the T-square between Mars in Cancer, Jupiter in Aries, and Pluto retrograde at 0 degrees Aquarius. Pluto is also making a square to Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So this could be about somebody who has a huge need for asserting their ego and their status. Jupiter in Aries in the 10th house would be someone who is prominent and powerful in the public eye, but who also has hidden enemies opposing his power that might want to overthrow him. Or another possibility is that there are no enemies waiting in the wings, but that this person has actually never even planned to be what he seems to be in public, and his successor is actually waiting in the 12th house. So Mars, the person represented by Mars, doesn't really plan on attacking the public ruler, aka Jupiter, but is waiting for his turn or her turn that may come much sooner than the public thinks. This is also reinforced by Uranus conjunct the Sun. Something surprising and unexpected may very well be in the cards here. Pluto retrograde in the 6th house tells me that this power is of an unconventional nature and may possibly even break with tradition in some way. the traditional ruler of Aquarius is Saturn, and Saturn is in Pisces in the 8th house. So here again is an element of deception, as the 8th house is about inheritance but also secrets. And Aquarius' modern ruler, Uranus, is conjunct the Sun in Taurus. So this is instability. Uranus is waiting to shake things up. All in all, it seems that the power from this coronation does not seem to be built on a great sense of stability. The aforementioned is the potential trends that are indicated by the chart of the moment when the coronation takes place. It does not mean that any or all of these tendencies will actually be manifested. It simply means that the likelihood of such developments is pretty big. So the likelihood of an unexpected event or development at or in the near future after this event is very much in the ballpark of possibilities. And these possibilities include instability, deception, secret plans away from the public eye that concern the person who is perceived as the ruler. So if I were prone to speculating, which I am not, but based on this picture painted by this specific chart, if I were to go into speculation based on that solely, I would think it is not impossible that Charles might be succeeded by William, who is represented by Mars in the 12th house. Charles' position, indicated by the Sun, is conjunct Uranus and Mercury retrograde and the North Node. The North Node represents something that is not yet attained. So all in all, this is really, really unstable, as Mercury retrograde is not exactly known for creating anything that lasts for a long time and is very stable in itself. So this may very well be a short-lived reign for Charles.